Hello and good morning. Hi everyone. I'm speaking to you from Milan. I'm in my kitchen in Milan and it's a beautiful day. How's the weather where you are? Say hello in the comments. Hi, how are you? How are you feeling today? Where are you listening from? And what's the weather like where you are? Is it as beautiful as it is here in Milan? I wish I could go outside and go to the park and enjoy myself in the sun. Maybe do a little bit of sunbathing. I'm very, very pale at the moment. I'm not getting any sun. So it would be nice to go outside. At least I have a balcony. Do you have a balcony where you are? I hope so. We have two viewers. Good morning. Please say hello in the comments. Hi, I'm Philip. I'm speaking to you from my kitchen in Milan. We got an interesting focus today. Some higher level grammar like reflexive verbs and connectives. And we're talking about something that's maybe taboo in English, something that people don't like speaking about. So it's good at level 10 to 13, we can talk about more difficult, more challenging topics like body image. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hello, my three viewers. Write in the comments, say hello. Where are you from? What are you doing today? Are you working from home? Are you sitting on your balcony? Are you enjoying the sunshine? Who's there? All right. I'm going to wait a few more minutes until someone says hello, and then we can start the focus. I can't wait to talk about this one. We have lots of interesting, challenging vocabulary and some more difficult grammar. Also, what have you been reading? Morning, Karen. Thank you for saying hi. Where are you from, Karen? And where are you living? And what have you been reading recently? I've been reading a lot of scientific books because I think the human body is fascinating and I think it's mind-boggling how it works. So I like to read some scientific books about the body to understand how it works. What have you been reading? So I said I think the human body is mind-boggling, which means very difficult to comprehend. Mind-boggling. It's one of my favorite words. Do you have a favorite word in English? Or a favorite word in Italian? Okay, so we only have one person listening at the moment, which is fine. We can start the focus. Karen lives in Milan, so you understand very well the situation that we're in at the moment. Yes. Okay. So today's focus is body image. Okay. Don't be discouraged by the title. It's something that everybody can talk about. This is for This is for people that want to talk about something a bit more challenging. Okay, maybe talk about something you don't usually talk about. So we're talking about body image, connectives, and reflexive verbs. Again, looking at that more challenging vocabulary and grammar. All right. So let's go straight on to questions. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. Who do you think is beautiful? What is beautiful about him or her? What is considered beautiful or handsome in your country? What is cool in looks and fashion? And where do we get these ideas? All right. So, Karen, write in the comments any answers to these questions. Also, anybody else that's listening, please write in the comments if you have any ideas. You can also give me a synonym of beautiful if you like, because beautiful is maybe too often used by Italian students, because you translate from bella or bello, which direct translation is beautiful. But maybe try to think of a synonym, a different word. All right. So who do you think is beautiful? What is beautiful about him or her? Ah, hello, Gisela. Hi. Thank you for coming. So, what do you think, Gisela? Give me a synonym of beautiful, or answer some of the questions there. So, who do you think is beautiful, Gisela, and why? What is beautiful about him or her? And yeah, okay. Well, I think obviously, Gisella's written amazing. That's a good synonym. Yeah, fantastic, amazing. But the weather is amazing today. Okay. Well, I think in the first, very good. Stunning, pretty. So in the first question, I think a lot of people will say their boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe someone in their family. Or maybe some celebrity. You have a celebrity crush. Okay. Have you ever heard the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder? What does it mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you have any ideas what it means, write it down. What is considered beautiful, handsome in your country? Well, in the UK, handsome men are considered to be tall, quite masculine, muscular, strong, and beautiful is more feminine, I suppose. Also quite tall, slim. This is the standard that people consider as beautiful in the UK. But I think nowadays people are broadening their ideas of what is beautiful. I think everybody is beautiful in a way. Do you agree? What makes a person beautiful? Does your country have a different idea of beautiful and handsome to British views? Okay, so Karen has said the beauty is a matter of perspective, of personal opinion. Yeah, absolutely. That is a very good definition, summary of the idiom that I've said here. All right. Very true. Okay, so I think Karen agrees that everybody is beautiful in a way. I think that's what you're agreeing with. Okay, what is cool in looks and fashion? Well, I'm wearing a My Ass t-shirt today, so I think that's very cool. I suppose I'm thinking of long coats, sort of like Sherlock Holmes, English literature student, and maybe short hair for men. Beards are very in at the moment, unfortunately for me, because I can't grow one. Any other? What do you think are also cool in looks and fashion? And where do we get these ideas? Well, about beards, I have no idea. Why are beards so popular all of a sudden? Maybe maybe because of celebrities. Maybe lots of influential people are um, growing their beards, and therefore people in in society are also growing their beards. Karen says, "I think beautiful people have beautiful smiles and eyes." That's lovely. You say that eyes are the windows to the soul. Is that right? Eyes are windows to the soul. Have you heard that phrase before? Karen says, I may have a type, but I like to appreciate people's individual beauty. Absolutely. So everybody um, has their own aspects, probably usually about their personality that makes them beautiful. Yeah. Otherwise, I think we get these ideas of beauty and fashion from magazines, celebrities, that sort of thing, and it can often be a damaging influence, also, especially on young people, young men, young women, who compare themselves with a different standard of beauty, which is not good, really. Yes. What do you think? If you agree, if you disagree, tell me in the comments. Gisela, you've gone very quiet. Maybe on the next slide, I'd like you to answer one of the questions. So, looking at body image vocabulary. Okay. Oops. Excuse me. Body image vocabulary. What is body image? Maybe you've heard about positive body image. What does that mean? Positive body image. Could you tell me in the comments what do you think body image? And what do you, so we have 4 words here: self-esteem, influence, perception, and enhance. Okay, Karen says yes, we get our ideas from the media. Okay. Gisela, I know you're listening, what do you think about these 4 things? Self-esteem, influence, perception, and enhance. Any ideas of the meanings of these words? Could you think of maybe a synonym of these words or the opposite? All right. Self-esteem is a good one. We have lots of vocabulary with the prefix self, like self-centered, self-confidence, self-worth, Self-confidence and self-worth are very similar to self-esteem. But what does it mean? Influence, there's often the word influence, influencer talked about today. What do these people do? Do you pay attention to any influences? Perception and enhance. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the meanings because now nobody is listening. Self-esteem is confidence in one's own abilities. You can have high or low self-esteem. I think sometimes we all have high self-esteem and low self-esteem. We have good days and bad days. But it's good to have high self-esteem, to be confident in your own abilities. Influence. Okay, influencer is the person, influence is the verb. It means to, what does it mean? It means to make someone do or think in a certain way. To have an effect on somebody's thoughts or actions. Do you have a different definition? So maybe you could say that the media influences people's body image. There's a bee in my apartment. Well, there's a bee flying around. Where are we? Okay, perception. Perception is the noun. What is the verb? It is to perceive. Before perceive. To see. The perception is how you see something, how you view something. So people with low self-esteem probably don't have a very good perception of themselves. Oh, we have another viewer. Good morning. Hello. Say hello in the comments. We're just talking about the meanings of these 4 words. Okay. And enhance, it means to make bigger or better. And the noun is enhancement. Okay, so you could study English to enhance your conversational skills. And you probably heard of maybe boob enhancements. Means to make your boobs bigger. Sorry, it's too early for this sort of language. 9:20. Okay, so I guess women or men sometimes as well change their bodies in such a way to fit with the standards of what people perceive as beauty. Okay, tell me in the comments if you agree with any of those or disagree with some of my definitions. What do you think? Maybe you could give an example of one of those 4 words. Yeah, I also talked about self-confidence. Sorry, Karen, too early for this sort of crude language. Self-confidence, worth, self, hmm, self-confidence, self-worth. Hmm. Can you think of any others with the word self? And enhance has some very similar words like enrich as well, like to enrich your vocabulary, to make a better quality. So, okay. There you go. Oops, you can see there the meanings to self-respect, self-esteem, producing effects on others, influence, how you see something, perception, and face to a higher degree, raised to a higher degree. Moving on. Okay, we have some questions. Karen and Gisela, please feel free to answer in the comments any of these questions. Do you think most people have high or low self-esteem? Who or what influences your body image? What are other people's perceptions of you? And what do people do to enhance their looks? Okay. And you can answer one of them, you can answer all of them, but I need some answers, guys. So, and then I can continue. So, do you think most people have high or low self-esteem? Who or what influences your body image or people's body image in general? What are other people's perceptions of you? And what do people do to enhance their looks? All right. Do people have high or low self-esteem? What do you think? And if they have high or low self-esteem, why? Okay. I suppose some people have high self-esteem and some people have low self-esteem. I think it very much depends on the people that they have around them. If you have friends and family that are very encouraging, then and very complimentary. Oh, okay. Gisela said, "I think with a K. Remember, not with a G. Thing is causa. I think many people perceive okay, low self-esteem in themselves, Gisela, or in other people. Thank you for your comment. All right. Why do you think that? And what about the second question? Who or what influences your body image, Gisela? I think most people have low self-esteem, which is a shame because each person is unique and there's something special in every single one of us. That's very good. Okay. So yeah, Gisela, I would say I think many people perceive low self-esteem in themselves. Very good. Well done. In themselves. So Good. Okay. How about the second question? What influences your body image? Ooh. Well, I'm very skinny, so I don't think I'm influenced very much by other people. Only when I arrive home and people say, "Oh, Phil, you've lost weight. You're looking skinnier and skinnier. Do you eat?" Well, that doesn't make me feel very confident in myself. Other than that, I think maybe my family influences my own body image, but I'm not very strongly influenced by what other people think about my body. I don't really care. Um, you cannot always match other people's um, perceptions of you or perceptions of what standard of beauty is. What are other people's perceptions of you? Hope it's good. Don't really know. You have to ask other people. What do people do to enhance their looks? Well, tell me in the comments. What do people do? Give me an example of what people might do to enhance their looks. Gisela, what do people do to enhance their looks? Karen. Okay. Karen says, ah, Karen said, you live in Italy, of course you eat. Well, I try my best. I don't think I let myself be influenced by other people's opinions. I am who I am. What can you do? Very good. As a beautiful reflexive verb here, I let myself. You can also say I allow myself. It's a synonym. I let myself is reflexive. Now, reflexive verbs are not not as commonly used in English as they are in Italian. I don't know about French or Spanish. Probably Spanish, you also use it quite a lot. But in English, we don't use them very often. But lots of transitive verbs can be reflexive if the subject and the object are the same. So I permit is the verb, transitive, permit, let, allow, and the object is myself. So the doer and the receiver are the same. Okay. Do you know any other reflexive verbs? Or any verbs that can be reflexive? Okay. Cool. So in the next slide, we are looking at connecting phrases. How do we connect these ideas? Do you think most people have high or low self-esteem? So this text is answering the question. Do you think most people have high or low self-esteem? And we're using connecting phrases to fill in the gaps. So we got apart from, in spite of, as long as, although, or nevertheless. Gisela, do you, and Karen as well, do you understand all these phrases? If not, let me know in the comments. Okay, we have more comments. Gisela says, other people don't influence my body image because I think I'm sure enough about it. But that's a fantastic answer, Gisela. Only one thing. You say enough after the adjective. I'm sure enough. My house is big enough for two people. Okay, so enough after the adjective. Very good answer. Thank you, Gisela. And Karen says, as you said, I can't speak for other people. I have no idea what their perceptions are of me are, but I know that people have plastic surgery or go to the gym in order to enhance their looks. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking of people wearing makeup as well. People wear makeup to enhance their looks, or they use digital techniques. They use Photoshop nowadays to enhance their looks. Yeah, or Instagram filters. Most people do that digitally now, so um, they can match their looks to what the general perception of beauty is. Okay, so back to the text. Hello. Ooh, we have 5 people listening now, right? So in the comments, you need to fill in the gaps, right? I'm going to read it, and I want you to fill in the gaps in the comments. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the correct phrase. So I think most people have low self-esteem. Blah, blah, blah. The media shows us only skinny, beautiful people. I think most people will have low self-esteem. Blah, blah, blah. Supermodels. No one looks like that in real life. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure supermodels really look that great in real life. Blah, blah, blah. I think there are many people with high self-esteem. Blah, blah, blah. All of the images from the media. Ooh, this is quite difficult. Okay, to learn connected phrases, I think the most helpful thing is to translate them into your own language and then give an example of that and then make your own example of that phrase. These are good ways of using connected phrases. And they're very good if you have to make a speech, if you have to speak for a long period of time so you can connect your ideas, or especially if you're writing as well, if you're writing an email, a long text, you should use connecting phrases to more cohesively connect your ideas. So I will try to translate them for you, just so you know exactly what they mean. Apart from, I'm not sure. Apart from is oltre, add, or meno. Um, Nevertheless and in spite of are similar, but it should be in spite of is transitive. So in spite of something, in spite of this bad thing, something good. So in spite of this quarantine, I'm I'm able to live happily and comfortably in my own apartment. Oh, we have some ideas. We have some answers. Just have a look. In spite of and although. Let's have a look. Um, in spite of is like nonostante. Okay, but also nevertheless is similar to, but nevertheless is intransitive. So nevertheless, comma, continue the phrase. as long as is like while this is happening, something else is happening at the same time. So while as long as there is this lockdown, we have to stay at home. And it's like until it finishes. Okay, well, let's have a look at the first two. Let's see if you're correct, Gisela. Okay, good try. It's a good attempt, but maybe it's now that we have the answers. Okay, so I think most people have low self-esteem. As long as the media shows us only skinny, beautiful people, I think most people will have low self-esteem. Now, in spite of would be something with the contrary effect. For example, in spite of the magazines showing us only beautiful, skinny people, society has a very high self-esteem in spite of the images. So it would be the opposite. As long as it's like when two things are the same. If that makes sense. Okay. Although must have a complete clause. Okay, you cannot just have although supermodels, comma. But it should be although there are supermodels, it should be a complete phrase. Apart from supermodels, no one looks like that in real life. Okay, I'll well done, Gisela, for having a go. Feel free to write in the comments. Try again for the next two. So 3, 4, and 5. Have a go in the comments. Also, there are 2 other people listening and not writing in the comments. Write in the comments your answers. So looking at 3, 4, and 5. All right. Give you a minute. Oh yes. As long as is like a condition for the second idea. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. All right. Any ideas? Anybody going to answer? Or am I going to do it myself? I mean, it's okay for me. I'm the English teacher. I can answer it. But I would like the students, I would like you to answer. No, nothing. All right. So next one is although I'm not sure supermodels really look like that in real life. So Anke said I'm not sure supermodels really look like that, look that great in real life. It's like however, però, however and although are similar. However can be transitive and intransitive. So it can be however, comma, or however, I'm not sure supermodels really look like great in real life. Okay, the next answer. is nevertheless, nonostante. I think Italian, nevertheless. Let's have a look in word reference. Sì, nonostante. Nevertheless, or anyway, I think there are many people with high self-esteem in spite of all the images from the media, or you know, not because of the images from the media, in spite of that. All right, so something that goes against. So we talked a little bit about reflexive verbs. Okay, we're going to look at reflexive verbs in a moment. We have a question. Can you read? Oh, wait. I'll read. Body worries. What do people worry about the most and why? Body shape, teeth, nose, skin, stomach, bottom, muscles, and wrinkles. Be careful of your pronunciation of muscles. The C is silent. Muscles. And wrinkles. Do you know what are wrinkles? I think maybe I've got a few. See my wrinkles there? It's like when you're old, you get lines in your skin. They are wrinkles. I can't remember what the word is in Italian. I have no idea in French or Spanish, I'm afraid, if you're listening from France or Spain. Okay. Use connectives to explain your answers. Okay. Karen and Gisela, and anybody listening, I want one example sentence with one of these connectives. So, for example, no one worries about wrinkles apart from. I don't think teeth are a big worry. Nevertheless, so no one worries about wrinkles apart from maybe supermodels and actors. I don't think teeth are a big worry. Nevertheless, there are people that spend a lot of money on having perfect teeth. Usually Americans. So if you're watching a replay, or if you for some reason you cannot comment, make an answer in your head or write it down on a piece of paper. I'll give you a minute. So if you're listening right now, write a comment, answer the question using connectives to explain your answer. Oh, wow. Too early, huh? Maybe Karen can give me one, or Gisela. Be very nice. Okay. So if you answer in the comments with an idea, I will definitely read it. Karen said this is difficult. Well, it's good practice. Okay, I'll give you one. Okay. As people get older, many of them worry about their bottoms and their stomach. But as long as we have a high self-esteem, we won't concern ourselves about unimportant things. Oh, this is a fantastic example. Well done, Gisella. Although many people are already beautiful, they resort to surgery. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Gisella. Well done. All right. Let's move on to reflexive verbs. Okay. Staying positive. How can people have a positive body image? How can people keep up their self-esteem? Use reflexive verbs to give advice. So as I said before, most transitive verbs can be reflexive, like I wash myself in the morning. I try and I don't hurt myself. Well, you can hurt yourself quite easily if you agree with all these body standards. Enjoy is commonly reflexive. To weigh, like to go to the bathroom and weigh yourself, your weight. Weigh is the verb. Deny, allow, these are all reflexive verbs. So there is an example here. Friends should encourage each other to eat healthily. There is a mistake. It should be eat healthily is the adverb. Healthy is the adjective. A person should never hurt. A person should never hurt themselves or hurt their self, them or their. Not him, because him is masculine. If we don't know if it's positive, if we don't know if it's masculine or feminine, the person, then we will use their self or themself. Okay. I love each other here. When do we use each other? I'll tell you. Each other is used when it is reciprocated. I look after him. He looks after me. We look after each other. Oh, do you also know the meaning of look after? Look after and take care of are similar, but look after I think is more personal, more emotional. So maybe a doctor looks after his patients, or a nurse definitely looks after her patients. Okay, well, this is your homework. Don't worry if you're having a problem with reflexive verbs. Try to do more exercises with these at home. Don't worry about it. Don't concern yourself about these these reflexive verbs. Okay. These 8 are probably some of the most common ones. Ah, lovely, Gisella. Thank you. People should have to take more care about themselves and about their soul. That's wonderful. I really like that, Gisela. And what a positive note to end the lesson. Okay, so let's wrap up today. Lots of new vocabulary. For example, what's that noun that means confidence in your own ability? It is self-esteem. How about the verb that means to see something, the way that you see something? It is perceive. Well done. How about the connective, which means that while this happens, this will also happen at the same time. They are, as Karen says, conditional on each other. It is as long as. How do you say no obstante in English? There are two ways. Nevertheless and although. Oh no, nevertheless and in spite of or despite. And how about when two things are contrasting, like pero or anche se? You can use however or although. What is a reflexive verb? Well, we don't have many reflexive verbs in English, but any transitive verb, most transitive verbs can be reflexive when the subject and the object are the same person. I, myself, you, yourselves, he, himself, she, herself, ourselves, themselves. Or if it's not masculine or feminine, we don't know the gender, we use themselves. Okay, thank you ever so much, everybody, for listening. Thank you especially to Gisela and Karen. I'm glad that you took part today. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you. Bye.